Testing, everybody. Everybody here is 10-4. All right, everybody. Welcome into the show. We're glad everybody come by and hang out with us today. Show number 190 is right here.
190.
And what a better place to be. Lord's given us another beautiful day, Dean. The sun's shining, the grass is growing. And, hey, what else can you ask for? Friday Night Lights was on bright. Got to go over Valley Head Friday night. We're going to kick around some of that talk. I'm going to talk about Penn State. Maybe what kind of chance, what do we think they have for the Big Ten?
Right,
you know,
yeah.
They're going to be the
pretty good.
third-ranked team, probably behind Michigan, Ohio State. And the ACC, they kind of feel a little bit left out.
I think they're going to, we'll get into that later.
Some,
I think they're
some
going
money
to get some
deal.
respect back.
Some TV money and how their commissioners kind of felt about stuff. We'll talk about that. And, of course, we'll kick around some other news and topics and those kind of things.
And
what's up?
I've got the Badgers. He's going to be talking about Penn State. And we're talking about the middle-tier teams. Obviously, we know Ohio State and Michigan are top tier. We're talking about the third, who we think is going to finish third, fourth, fifth. I'm going to talk about the Wisconsin Badgers, and you may be surprised. And we're also I'm going to break down who plays on these 4 NBA teams left, and we'll talk about the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of good, shocking stuff. Hang around, darn it. Come back and hang out with us. All right, welcome back in, guys. We're glad y'all took some time out of your day to spend with us. The Matt and Todd Show, show number 190. Shout out to Warrior Gym. Hey, go over and get your membership started. It's $125 a month. You catch a special. Catch them for $100 a month. He's got tanning. We've got all kind of stuff. New floors, weight equipment. 256-266-4333. Get a hold of John. Got a new fob, key pass, or Bluetooth on your phone. You can get right in 24 hours a day. Good place to be. Went over there this morning, got to hang out with Zach. It's always good to see him. Jeff Anderson, we've already been on here just back and forth for 5-10 minutes. Jeff's got a lot of info about Big Ten. He is an Ohio State Buckeye, so Jeff's got plenty of stuff up on there. Yes, we picked them to already win the national championship. I have no idea when I'm playing this season. I don't know.
We did. Kind of. Well, we may change our mind by the time it starts, but as of right now, early, we can't change.
They're going to be favored.
I wouldn't see how they couldn't be.
Yeah.
When you got the number 1 and number 2 receiver in the country.
Yep, and a quarterback that threw the ball to him in high school.
Wow. He threw the ball to Harrison, right?
Mm-hmm. NFL kickoff rule. Want to kick this around? They're talking about putting in a fair catch rule to spot the ball at the 25.
Okay.
Most NFL people feel like this could cost some people their jobs because there'll be no need for real special teams guys that kind of coming into the league. That's kind of your first job, right?
You know, a lot of. I'm just using this as an example. Sonaris Perry from Somerville played 7 years in the NFL, and the reason he was able to play 7 years is because he was such a good special teams player.
Well, if you can just do this and wave it, and they're going to spot at 25, probably not going to be a lot of returns.
Right.
So that's something that's not a set thing, but it may happen.
You're saying what's even the point?
Yeah, why don't we even kick it off? Just put tutus on them.
Yeah. Well, you know, and then punts, and then the only thing you're going to be on if you're a special teams guy is obviously whoever's kicking it, and maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, you get guys like
extra point.
Like Specialist Hester used to be the smoking returner of all history. I mean, he run the ball too, but you didn't kick him the ball.
No,
he's going to score
13 or 14 career returns.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yes. Talking about Penn State, Dean, $700 million. I don't know how many pennies that is, but I expect somebody would know. New stadium, Beaver Stadium on the way. for Penn State. Probably 2025.
I wonder how old their stadium is.
I don't know. It's been renovated along the way.
Jeff may know. Jeff Anderson. I don't know.
It's been renovated along the way a lot of times, but
Now,
as far as just like the groundbreaking when it started,
Right.
gosh, I don't know.
Now, not knocking Ohio State Stadium, Jeff. I thought it was beautiful, but I also thought it looked very old.
Yeah.
I mean, just around it. Now, I didn't get to go inside, but I don't know how old it was, but it did look old, and I would imagine Penn State's is.
Yeah, you know, when we go to Auburn and stuff for state games, I've always thought it's kind of got an old feel to it. It's like an old house with a nice brand new big TV in the living room.
Yeah. Now, Tennessee's look fantastic. I didn't go in, but I drove by last time I went to Kentucky. It looked
Yeah, I've been by it.
great.
Yeah. So that's going to be an undertaking to take place. Speaking of NFL, still a little bit here. SeatGeek, where you can find your tickets on there. NFL tickets up from 2019, $258 to $331 average ticket price. That's hard for us average Joes to be able to go to an NFL football game.
Surely there'll be somebody selling them for 50 or 100 outside. I know that's illegal. Well, no, if they're selling it for less than it's worth.
Tick Picks, the Patriots tickets have got up to $560 to get in a football game. The Bengals, the AFC champs, are looking at $179 tickets.
Not bad.
And the Bucks, their tickets prices fell off. They were running about $279 to go see Tom Brady, but he's not there anymore. So
I think I'm a Bengals fan. Falcons first, but then Bengals.
I'm okay with Bengals first. I don't care anymore. I'll just tell you the truth.
Well,
on this show, I
think the
promise you. Oh, Uncle Matt's going to tell you the truth.
I think
They've hurt my heart. They've broke my heart too many times.
Robinson
Killed me.
is going to help.
I always hope you're
for the
right.
Bengals.
I always do. And the Hawks and the Braves, of course, and they've let me down so many times.
Hey, they're the best team in baseball right now. I
You
think.
jinxed them. That's it. So.
Oh, it's over. What's ironic about the Braves is they win one the year that nobody thinks they're supposed to.
Yeah.
What, 3 years ago?
I know. They had the worst record in MLB.
Worst record in the playoffs.
To ever to get in the playoffs.
Yes.
It's
So
crazy.
win it, right?
Yes.
They didn't even win 90. Went like 88 and 74.
Next year, guys, if you want to know about NIL deals and you want to know about kind of how all this stuff kind of got started, so when you're just sitting there, doing your business in the bathroom and you're pondering on great things of the life and the great things of this world, and where did NILs really strive from, Dean? Why did that get started? What really started all that mess?
I think all the argument about should players get paid. But who got it rolling? I guess that's what you're asking.
Yes, that's true. And that derivative came from EA Sports football, college football game. Kids will see themselves on there and they thought, well, he kind of looks like me. Where's my number? This game made how much money? And I'm getting paid how much from it? Mm-hmm. And you got my jersey down there in the sales store for $80, and how much did I get of that? No. It started a conversation. In 2014, when the last EA Sports game come out, 10 years later, it's going to be back next year, and they are going to work in the ideas of NIL, name, image, likeness. They are going to be going around and scanning some kids and adding them to the game, mm-hmm. and they will have the FCS programs. They're going to be involved in the game as well. And so you better pick your best player from Rawson State and make you a quarterback and play.
I think there actually is a Rawson State.
Yeah, I used to play there one time. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
That's who we're pulling for this year.
Go Buffs.
Rawson State.
College football news. Before I got another one here. Dean's going to get fired up on this one, so I'm going to save it for next. Dylan Raiola, number one quarterback in the country, headed to Georgia. And the rich are just going to get richer. Now, another receiver from, I think, Ohio State or Michigan State. I'm getting it wrong. Now, he's heard he's going there, so he's going to transfer next year.
Surely it's not one of the ones from Ohio State.
You're going to just because, well, you know how it is.
Jason Dupree, I want to apologize. I put on there that Raiola was transferring to Alabama. Jason, give me a mean face. I thought it was funny, but because he just signed, Has that happened yet?
What?
Honestly, has somebody signed somewhere and then decided to transfer?
I wouldn't doubt it. I just really wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
There's like 7,000 kids in the portal since. It's insane.
It was a joke, but probably not far off from true. I don't think he's going to. Well, why would you leave Georgia? But the thing with Georgia is we don't know how good these guys are going to be. He may be walking into
The Hornets' nest.
a mess. I mean,
I don't know.
somebody from don't laugh at this, and I'm not going to say who. I don't remember, to be honest, but there's talk going around Georgia that Beck's the real deal, and
Yeah.
we're going to find out quick.
Well, I mean, he looks like one of the Ghostbusters. I mean, he should be able to throw a football. I mean,
But I always heard Vandergrift was great.
I did too. I watched him in high school.
But now he will be the backup, right?
Yes. Jeff says the shoe just celebrated its centennial.
Okay.
So that's that. Music is playing in the background again. Thank you, dear, for cutting that off for me. Yep, it's still on. I don't hear it because I don't have this thing on. I had it turned down lower in case it did happen.
Who told you music was...
Sylvia.
Okay, somebody just texted me and told me. Huh.
Thank you, dear,
1 minute
for that.
ago.
But it wasn't too loud. Because last week I had it kind of loud. I forget to turn it off because when I do, I run the intro part. I forget I need to go down and. But anyway, I just want to play the her music.
Thanks.
That'll be the best thing to do.
Why don't we just try to talk over it? Play it real loud. We just try to talk over it.
Last week it was a little loud. This week, usually on about 17, it's kind of background enough. It's just a little noise, but anyway.
I didn't hear it. I don't hear anything.
EA Sports, again, the football game will be back next year, and I'm excited to play that. I always enjoyed playing it. I'll probably be online playing it. And
I loved it.
I'll involve the show somehow with it and we'll make a
like a tournament.
It's still a little loud. The music, it ain't even on.
It's weird.
Now it's on. Now it's off. Okay.
I like the golf. EA Sports golf, the Tiger Woods golf.
What's
Loved it.
what's a little loud? I'm kind of
Guys, there's
confused.
nothing playing. My gosh, the music's following us. Is that a good thing?
I don't know how it's on. Let me look over here. Something else? No, it's not on. Okay.
I was going to say turn it down, but I'd be afraid we'd accidentally turn it all the way down. We couldn't even be heard.
So that was the news about the Georgia quarterback. He said and Georgia's going to skip their White House visit too.
But not for no political reason.
No.
I read that. He just said we can't. We don't
It's
have
just
to.
right in the middle of prayer. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Something in your eye?
Yeah.
No, we're just not going to make it. We got practice.
He said it just was too conflicting.
Yeah.
Nobody
wants to go up there for. Why? The guy don't even know what day of the week it is. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. They're over here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He don't even know what's what. Like he knows who anybody.
I wonder where that. I'd like to know where that got started. I don't think it's a bad idea.
What's up, Zach?
But as the president, I wouldn't want to fool with that.
I would, because I love football.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they got a busy schedule. I don't think the president get to take off days.
He don't do nothing but sit around here.
Really?
Anyway, so the quarterback in Georgia, they get another 5-star. Georgia's ticking, rolling right along. But you know what? He could transfer.
Well, yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
What
I don't like it here.
Kidding with Dupree. I was like he's already transferred.
I'm going to Boston College. What? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here's the news. I saved this one till last here on the round table of topics. Again, we appreciate you guys for coming by. Hit the thumbs up button there. It's just a little thumb. It don't cost you anything. It takes 1 second. Go down there where you think you're watching and just hit the thumb button. We appreciate it. Doc Rivers out. We've already talked about this. He don't like it. I don't. He wouldn't do nothing big for anybody anymore.
Well,
The players need to take some accountability.
Experts I talked to. I didn't talk to Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins, but they just put it all on Harden.
But the Bucks coach, Bullholzer.
Yeah, did you agree with that? I mean, he just won 2 years ago.
Like Doc, I can see a little bit.
2 years ago.
Maybe Doc has reached his prime, and he won with the Celtics there when he had the superstar
Right, when he had
cast.
Pierce and Garnett.
Good gracious, Allen.
Ray Allen,
Sheesh.
Perkins,
Man.
and Rondo.
Yeah, who couldn't win with that group?
They,
Some of the talking heads in the NBA podcast I listened to coming back from Birmingham the other day, they said their opinions, like all of ours, that his style of basketball has just not changed and adapted over time. Mm-hmm. So they feel like he can't adequate the players that he has to
what he runs.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Here's what you got. Well, but that don't really fit what I do. Well, you got to do with what you got.
Right. Well, I know Perk didn't like it, but Perk was a starter when they won it.
Sure, he's probably close. And Doc's a good coach. He's going to go down. He's a Hall of Famer probably. Right?
That wasn't the one that got so much heat. They fired Phoenix's coach, and I don't think that really made a lot of people mad. But Paul went out, and Durant and Booker went wild scoring wise. I don't think they got a lot of help, but ultimately, I don't think the Milwaukee coach getting fired was met with applause either. I think that a lot of people thought that was kind of ridiculous. 2 years after the fact. What do you think? What's your opinion? I mean, I understand about Rivers because Philadelphia has been making
to lose the computer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not plugged up for some reason. That's odd. Steve, if you're watching, bring me that other cord from the room in there before I lose my computer.
But that's what I was going to ask you. I can kind of Rivers, but what do you think about the Milwaukee coach?
I don't see the. Well, I don't know why.
2 years. 2 years after a championship.
Let's see here.
But you know what? You can't take that championship from him or Doc. So, and Monty Williams, second best team in the NBA 1 year, and they fired him from Phoenix. So
yeah, then what are you gonna do?
That didn't go over good.
Yeah, this cord don't. That's for the other computer. I didn't know if this one.
No more music is on. We okay right now?
Yeah, the computer's fixing to die. I ain't gonna have nothing. I thought that this thing fit this one, so obviously not.
You gonna take a 2-minute break?
So obviously, let me try to do this. Do this. Hang on a second, guys. Now here we are. I got the cord there. We got the charger there going. Okay. So Doc Rivers going out.
I can understand that. They wasn't getting to the conference finals.
They had the players. You would think they.
Yeah, well, like I said, but Stephen A. especially goes, you got to put some of this on Harden because apparently Harden just played terrible in that Game 7. Did you watch that Game 7? Mm-mm. It wasn't even close.
So I didn't watch it.
I don't know. Harden's not well liked by his peers.
No. Yes, Kyle Freeman. What's up, Lolo? Yeah, we think they're probably gonna lose it too. Valleyhead, we are gonna talk about that here in just a minute.
Think who's gonna lose it?
Lakers.
Yes. We'll get to that.
Michigan State wide receiver Keon Coleman to Florida State. Transfer portal stuff.
He's good. Florida State. They don't need anybody else.
That's going to definitely be a check for them. Portal news. Notre Dame linebacker, the Coley kid, and defensive end, Ukwana, and then Liberty running back, Day Hunter. These are guys on the portal maybe still. They may have done found a home. I looked this up Friday. So they may have done.
Now our local guy from... He's got one more year at Liberty, right? Dupree?
Yeah, he graduates. They're going to his graduation. I think they went this weekend.
Oh, okay. So he's
A.J. Allen's on the board still. Zachary Franklin at UTSA. He's a wide receiver. Supposed to be a good name. He's looking for a home somewhere. Cornerback from Oregon. And then Aaron Butler, a 4-star athlete from Colorado. Colorado's picking them up.
They're picking them up.
Yeah.
Okay, they had 50 go out, though, right?
I think it changes so often.
I heard 51, maybe.
I think they have had 8 or 10 4-star players added
since that.
But they're corners and they're receivers, and I don't see any linemen being added.
Mm-hmm.
And when you watch, you can go to the Buffs page and watch Well Off Media. Shout out to them, his son Bucky, that does the video stuff for them.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch their practices. You can see their linemen. They're small.
Well,
small.
I was talking to somebody today, and I think you'll agree with this. You can get away with not having a line in high school.
Sure, maybe. You can hide stuff with running plays and
not in
tryouts.
College.
No, not in D1.
No.
I promise you, I've seen pictures. Shout out Corey Teague. He's at Lindsey Wilson. They won the conference up there last year. I think they went to the finals.
They're usually very good.
Very good. Okay.
Good. Proud of Corey playing
Absolutely.
up there.
He played right tackle this past season.
Yeah.
Got to play a lot.
Good school.
The left tackles and guards, I'm using them for example. I've seen pictures of them. Corey is a large fella, bigger than me. He's not fat like me, but he's taller than me. He's a big kid. Man, now he's 20.
This guy ain't fat. I don't know what he's talking about.
So, their line at Lindsey Wilson, Scouts Honor, what's this? Scouts Honor looks better than some of those linemen at Colorado. I'm telling you.
Well,
that's not good. They're going to open with TCU.
You're not going to win. You're not going to win in college football with that.
Then here's the problem. They don't have a lot of depth.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn has about 10 new added 4-star players. Coach Freeze is killing the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Killing it. FSU's done good. Ole Miss has done pretty good. So these teams now, and I've said it before, yeah, they've done good. They killed it last year. Done okay with it this year. But the thing is, those are patches that you put on. You put a patch on the screen door when you was a kid. You get those screen patches and put them on there. You don't replace the whole screen. Now, replacing the whole screen is the best thing to do. And Coach Freeze has added, but they got 10 4-star players. They've added that receiver. They got a quarterback now. They've added some defensive guys. Me and Zach was talking this morning to Jim. When you think of the Iron Bowl now versus my opinion of the Iron Bowl in April, is different now.
In April, he's like, oh, gosh, it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, but now I'm going, well, they better be ready because it's going to be at Auburn.
Yeah, and I don't care what anybody says, no matter how good a team you are, you better come to play.
Yes, when you play at Auburn.
Auburn's a tough place to play.
Very.
It is for Alabama.
Ask Kirby.
Yeah.
He's lost them there as a Bama assistant, and he's been there at Georgia, 5 years now?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. That's a good question.
It's a tough. I think this will be his 6th coming.
Okay.
So I just saying, guys. A lot of 4-star players can add some depth, and that's always the problem. Auburn has depth problems. Colorado depth. I mean, they may have okay defensive end, but if he gets hurt, what happens?
See, that's one thing I've noticed about these teams we've been covering. Not only have they got
what happens
starters, they've got depth. Florida State's got depth.
Yeah, Penn State,
Wisconsin here, Oregon, all them.
Not at running back at Penn State.
That's the thing with Alabama. Alabama does have depth
at tailback and at line and defensive backs. They got some guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's kind of a look around the round table topics of news. Local, the Cherokee County, the girls softball.
Yeah,
they won in and they lost, got back in the losers bracket and run up against one of those tough, as one of the private schools. He said the name of it, and I was Brooks, maybe. I think I've heard of them. I've heard of them in volleyball, but I didn't know they were good at softball. Obviously, they are. They had
Cherokee County had a good team.
Yeah, they had like 2 ace pitchers. This team did, and I was told by our insider there that it's just hard to hit the ball against them.
Wow.
But our local girls all did fairly well.
Yeah, they did.
Spring Garden girls, they made a good run at it.
Sandrock's obviously won 40 games.
Yeah, golly, man, what a...
City
it was
Bluffs
pretty
girls,
good.
Gilsville's girls got to the thing. Had a good softball season.
Yeah, it was. Our county softball, and we brag on them. It's always pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, I mean, they're there. Cedar Bluff's been there close a few times.
And the baseball wasn't bad. They just didn't have playoff runs.
No depth.
Playoff runs.
The depth we're just talking about. Yeah, Cole's doing a good job out there. Kobe's done a great job at Gilsville, too. I'm using them because they're new. They were both great players in their college times. Well, they got a lot of 10th graders.
Oh, yeah.
That Sadler boy, I bragged on him in Spring Garden. Man, that lady was clutch. And then Garmin, Kyle's boy.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Hayes. Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, who? What? I said, what have you been feeding him? And then Mallet, the little Mallet boy, and then Isaac Bishop. Isaac went on some tear at Cedar Bluff.
Sampson started this year as a ninth grader.
Yeah, and Isaac's...
He's a ninth grader.
The games I went to, I never seen him strike out. Knock on wood. I was telling Mr. B, I was like, man, what? So there's some young, good baseball talent.
Yes.
Cherokee County and over there at center. Coach Henderson, first year in as the head guy. He's been there. Not losing a whole bunch of Minnie, Deegan, and Kai, and, of course, Connor. So he's got some young guys he's working in. And Jeb didn't get to play this year because of a football injury at state. And so look for next year.
Bring back next year. Yeah.
Our county baseball will be more like it used to be.
Pretty good.
Yeah, for the next 2-3 years probably.
What about Etowah?
Congratulations to Etowah and Oxford.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You already had that.
Etowah and Oxford both won.
And I did not know this. You knew
Slade, of course, he's on the team.
Slade St. Clair.
Briley's little brother. She plays at Mississippi State. She's graduating too. Shout out Bert St. Clair.
And Appalachian won it.
Really?
Yes. That's what I had to tell you. You already had Etowah and Oxford. I didn't mean to jump ahead on you.
Wow.
I guess I was thinking about that. Appalachian did win the state championship. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I was told that Appalachian won the state championship.
Well, while we're talking about them, before I do, girls North and South All-Star Game basketball, July 18th in Montgomery. That'll be the Tuesday after the media days. Chloe Rule, Spring Garden. She's going to get to play in this north-south thing. Talked to her Mason, her dad, and so shout out to them.
You know why Ace can't play in that? She's not old enough.
Yes, he's on there right now.
Who?
I just said his name. That's up Mason. Yes, Coach Short, July 15th, media day for all the county kids. Everybody come out and we'll have a good time. We always have a good time with that. Cut up with the kids a little bit. It's always fun.
Am I right on that? Coach Short Ace can't play in that because she's only going to be a junior. It's only for
game of next year is going to be against
people going to be seniors.
Okay, baseball. He's talking about baseball.
Oh.
That'd be good. Yeah, Jim and Coach Henderson. Be good. It's always a good county game. They used to battle, man, back in the day when Keaton and them played. And Ross, Center Bluff had some
good games.
Yeah. So shout out to Chloe on congratulations on that. July 18th in Montgomery, and again July 15th, media days at Easy Street. We'll start at noon, and we'll put out a timely order. We'll probably do like Spring Garden be at 12, and then 12:30 we'll probably do Galesville, and then we'll do Sandrock at 1, and we'll probably take a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and do Cedar Bluff at 1:15 or something. Then we'll do Center Cherokee County at
1:45.
1:45.
Yeah.
Try it. Won't be out of there by
2:30.
2:30.
I mean, even it's going to run a little over.
Yeah, it always does.
Because you can't tell people. And
Shut
we
up.
want everyone to shut up.
Get
Let's
off.
go.
Because I love all the stories
Yeah.
and the Coach Howard stories. I like all them. He knows everybody. Howard's the OG in the county. I mean, he knows everybody. He's been over there forever, and we like the stories. And Coach Kelly, their team made a great run. So he's going to have a lot to talk about. And expectations will be high for Cherokee County because they didn't lose a whole bunch of guys, and there's a lot of talk, and we try to share stuff for the kids and get their names out there. So
I thought I had a good high school football story for you, but I can't remember what it was.
Let's talk about high school football before we do Penn State and Wisconsin.
All right.
Guys, we went out to Valley Head Friday night and got to do some Friday Night Lights. Guys, again, thank y'all for coming by the show. The Matt and Todd Show 190.
190.
Subscribe. We're on every Sunday through the summer. We'll probably be off that 4th of July Sunday week. But other than that, we're rocking and rolling. High school football, we're always going to mention our county and flash scores on the screen. And college football is that's our top thing. You can
That's
see
their baby.
behind us. We got Georgia and Auburn, Alabama. We're going to cover the ACC in depth, and we're going to do some through the summer. Like next week, we may do Louisville, North Carolina. Those are the two under Clemson and Florida State.
No offense, we're not doing who we think is going to be bad.
No, I'm not doing.
But we're teams that might
West Virginia
hit top 25.
Rutgers,
and I really don't know who's going to be bad, to be
doing
honest. But we're doing the teams that are supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, I don't want to do Rutgers. Do you?
Heck, they may be loaded.
Well, his little brother's still there.
So Boston College is supposed to be a lot better.
They will be. You did them last week.
Yeah.
Tell us about Friday night. We went to Valley Head. Chattanooga Christian came down to visit and to just shake things up a little more. Coach Hammond and Coach Benefield from Fyffe, longtime friends.
Mm-hmm.
Fyffe decided to come down and play too. So.
Yeah, that's a tough. Hats off to Valley Head. I mean, that's not two teams you.
Woo.
Are just
find out if you're ready.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, bring them on.
Yeah,
I mean, that's two.
That's
and come to find out, we watched the game.
Chattanooga.
The players look great, and I'm like, who is this bunch? And Aaron McKenzie was there, and he's like, they went 10-3 last year, and one of their losses was to McCallie. And I don't know if y'all know anything about McCallie, but McCallie beat Calhoun the year before last. And they didn't even beat this bunch bad. But Valley Head battled. They played Fyffe and Chattanooga Christian, and I thought they battled. I thought that was good game experience for them. Did you not? But come to find out, Valley Head's quarterback, that was the kid that was supposed to be their quarterback, broke his arm.
Oh yeah, I know.
And did not get to participate.
Well, we know his dad.
We know his dad.
And poor kid, he was just doing. It don't matter.
I think they were just
and we just hated
practicing
it happen. Yeah,
another sport, and
it just happened.
So that didn't help them much. But I think the experience of playing against teams, because. Would you not think that Chattanooga Christian and Fyffe would win 1A?
Yes. Caitlin, by the way, she'll be playing that too. I hadn't heard that, but I seen her the other day. Daniel should have told me. St. Clair.
Oh.
That'd be awesome. Good. Yeah. That'd be a great All-Star game.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to go see. I wish I could maybe see that. Anyway.
But do you not agree that Chattanooga and Fyffe would win 1A?
Yes. What? Yeah. Okay. Chattanooga they had size on their line.
Oh. Gosh,
and they didn't bring, but how many kids they have there? Maybe 20?
25.
Maybe.
Just the size of the lineman was unreal. Somebody asked me if Valley Head was big, and I'm like, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell because I couldn't see them over Chattanooga's.
They had 2 or 3 big guys. They do have some guys. They're going to be pretty good up front, and the workout thing that they did at Coosa, they got some strong guys.
I personally think Valley Head will be fine.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think that was a good test for them. But then Chattanooga Christian and Fyffe matched up, and Fyffe 8 plays, 65 yards.
Yes.
But now Chattanooga Christian did put together a drive and threw a deep ball. They had a real good receiver, and he got behind him just a little bit.
Yeah, shout out to Ryder.
And
the right tailback at Fyffe. Man.
And the receiver for Chattanooga Christian did catch a touchdown. I think it was 7-6. Mm-hmm. They played a quarter, then they brought in the younger guys.
Yes, they let the young guys play a lot.
And I'll be honest with you, I think it would have been a good game, but
they took them out. Let the young ones play.
I got to stick with Fyffe. I think Fyffe would have won in the long run.
Yeah, I think so too.
Fyffe's quarterback's huge. You got the Ryder Gibson, you got Logan Anderson, who did not play in this game.
Still rehabbing
and they got a 6'2" quarterback now. Now I didn't see him throw it much.
This once or twice.
But I think Fyffe will be fine.
Yeah.
But it'll be,
They make another good run for 2A.
I'm going to say semifinals at worst.
Yeah.
At worst.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick them to win it. I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on them.
Well, as long as Coach B's there and the staff he has, they do.
Because they did lose some.
And I know everybody don't want to hear about Fyffe. And shout out to Fyffe Radio State Network. We were just shooting a bull, and he said, "Hey, we're going to turn the camera on right now. You want to talk?" And I was like, "I get okay." Yeah. Shout out to them. I appreciate it for letting us advertise our show on theirs,
right.
And their show too, guys. Go find Fyffe Radio Network. They're going to be doing their own radio thing sometime in the future. They got some good things coming this summer, so they And I don't want to. I mean, but it is what it is, Darren.
Well, they got a great running game, and they got a great run defense.
They don't miss tackles on defense.
I never saw a missed tackle.
The penalties are hardly ever. And their assignments as offensive linemen is some of the best. Guys, if you've never seen these guys play, if you don't have no idea who I'm talking about, go look up Fyffe Red Devils and Fyffe, Alabama.
They did have a 3-and-out, though. Just go watch them play one night. Just go up there, buy a ticket, get you some popcorn, get you some barbecue, whatever. Go up there and sit and just watch. It's old school football. They're going to run the ball 60 out of 63 plays. They don't miss assignments. No.
Their linemen, Levi and them and those guys, and Brody, I talked to them. He was there, and I can shout out to them. They do it over and over and over, and Coach B just does a good job with them, and it's their what he does, and
they didn't miss any tackles. Like I said, they give up one big play, and it was a deep ball to a great receiver.
Yeah,
and
they may not see another guy like them though till when
13
playoffs,
week 12, week 13. Well, and if they play who we're fixing to talk about in the regular season, they're going to see it.
Yeah,
but Fyffe looks great. I think Valley Head will be fine. In their 1A region, I think they'll be fine.
Appalachian is going to have like everybody back.
Appalachian's supposed to be good. Coosa Christian.
Them and Coosa will bang it out, and Valley Head, Coach Hammond and Jody and the bunch, and they'll be right in there swinging blows with them.
Right. But your
be
preseason stuff is going to have Appalachian and Coosa Christian.
They'll favor Coosa because they won it last year.
Right.
But they did lose some guys, Mostella, but they did add some guys too. Coach Short, shout out to you. Good to see you on here. Coach Short, High School Football Alabama. Find him on Facebook. And the GOAT, John Olden. John's he's the standard we all try to live up to as high school sports talking heads. John's great. Coach Short says, Wintersboro.
Look
good.
Say
about that? Yeah. They look good. They beat, who'd they play? Running back is strong and fast. And just go ahead and say it, Fyffe's extremely well coached. Well, it is.
Well, does he even have to coach him at this point anymore? I mean, they're just
self-made millionaires.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think they probably just come in and do what they're supposed to by now.
Well, Jeff said fundamentals wins games.
Yeah.
When you have like seasons with no penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And their linemen, they have keys that they have to pull and block certain guys. Look, I'm watching them play. Go back and watch the film. You go on YouTube and find us on there. I got highlights on there. And there's Chattanooga Christian guys on the ground.
No.
Their linemen are just cutting them.
They get more pancakes in the Waffle House.
A lot more. They just cut their guys like an old tree, boom, and here comes the tailback, and he hops and skips the line. He'll get 5-6 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you get 5 yards in 2 plays, first down.
Right. And Anderson was on the sideline over there. I wouldn't want to tackle him. Not even in street clothes. I mean, and his knee hurt.
Yeah, we look for all that bunch up there will be a.
But I am excited about one thing, Matt. And I've heard it, and I keep hearing it. Pisgah's got everybody back, too.
They played Talladega. Oh, yeah. We talked
Pisgah
about that.
Eagles. Wow.
They beat Talladega 28-0. Wintersboro did.
Wintersboro looking good.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go on and predict Fyffe and Pisgah to play for the 2A North.
I could easily go along with that. Coach Short, he could probably we'd love your opinion, too, on that. They don't.
That's a good group of athletes at Pisgah. Went to Elite 8 in basketball, Final Four in football.
I think they only lost a lineman and a receiver, and I think one of them played both ways maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about, like lose 3 or 4 seniors on that team.
They're going to be good. Now, can they beat Fyffe? That's a good question.
I don't know. More than likely, you don't think so. But the game is played on the grass, and it's a fundamental game that is usually favored by Fyffe because they're fundamentally sound.
Right.
But the coach staff of Pisgah, they've got them ready, and
they are.
I think. Where's the game at?
I don't know if they play in the regular season.
I know. Where do they play at?
I don't know how the playoffs are.
Let me see if they did a 2-3. I mean, they did a 1-3 and a 2-4. So if we'll say Fyffe finishes 1, they'll be 1. They wouldn't meet till the third round. So it would probably be at Fyffe.
I think they met in the 4th last year, and Fyffe beat them pretty bad.
I think it will be, and that helps. It just does.
Like you said, you got everybody back.
Well, I got a lot of guys back, man.
Anyone got a problem with LeBron James? What? You know where I stay. Is he challenging somebody to come to his house? Oh, I know him. He's cutting up.
I'll fight you out in the street with a butter knife.
Let's go get him. No, he's a good boy. I think he's kidding. Everybody had laughing faces on there. Let me look at this schedule right quick, man, just while we're on here.
If they got
here.
Yeah, I agree that in spring games, guys, like college spring games, it's a thing for fans. Something you want to put on to get people in the stands, sell some popcorn, get the fans build them back up a little bit, get them excited for the season. And let some of you young guys play. See if they've been paying attention at practice. Instead of just over there fiddle farting around. Are they paying attention? Are they going to get some play time?
They don't have it. They play Geraldine first. Boy,
yes,
wow.
They do. Yeah.
That'd be a good one to go to. That's Friday, September 1st. Matt, what do you think? Now, there's another local team. It's not local, but it is in the Gas and Times area.
Yeah.
They're
it was at Geraldine last year. Remember?
Yeah.
So this year it'll be at Fyffe. They're doing a. So go Fyffe, September 1st. I'll see. I think Alexandria.
Geraldine Fyffe. That might be the game of the year early.
Wow, yeah. Well, a 2A, 3A battle.
Of the year. Yeah. And Geraldine's going to be good.
For that region, they'll have Piedmont and all them in that region.
And they got Carlos Mann back, had 1,862 all-purpose yards last year.
The other night, 200 something?
On 6 carries.
270 carries?
No, 173 on 6.
173 on 6 carries.
Against Collinsville. Who's good?
The medical block of the mental block. Yeah, you're right. That's a mental block.
That's true.
It's like a lot of teams playing Bama. That.
But how good is Collinsville? And Geraldine beat them like that?
Collinsville's pretty good.
Collinsville's good.
Yeah, they are.
Collinsville's still young. Collinsville's still going to be young for a while.
They got freshmen that are just now going to be freshmen when school starts back.
How good is Collinsville going to be when they've got 6 guys that have started 5 years on their team?
Ernie's going to be rolling in the dough. Yeah, Turkey Game's playing Alexandria first. And I think
a good game.
Yeah, I'm going to be there at that one. That'll be
a good game. Where is it at?
It's over here.
So September 1st, we're going to have Alexandria and Cherokee County and Geraldine and Fyffe. I'm telling you, that's going to be a battle. And I do think Anderson will be back by then. I can understand why they didn't want to risk anything with him in the spring.
No. You don't. Yeah, because
yes, he's recovered, but he's not 100%.
Well, Ryder did fine, and Ryder's great. He filled in fine.
Yeah, he looked very good. Several. They probably had 75, 80 yards rushing on 12 plays. What's that, 7 yards a carry? It's the same stuff.
I think I heard, I may be wrong, I think I seen something because I follow Catholic's page. I think they're playing Andalusia first game.
Wow.
I don't know. That don't sound like that's a playoff. I mean, I don't.
Don't get that out of the way, huh? I couldn't find out if they played Pisgah in the regular season.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so because they're in the region with Sandrock.
Okay.
Pisgah is. Yeah, Coach Heath.
But Fyffe's not in that region. See, I don't know.
Yes, they are.
They changed it.
Well, they was. I'm pretty. Yeah,
so they will play.
No, they wouldn't. I've got that backwards. Sandrock's in the region with Fyffe, and Pisgah's in like the other region 7.
Okay.
But they still had played Sandrock during the regular season. They did the year before.
Okay, let's see. I am going to that's 2 good games. I would like to. But what about Carlos? Logan Anderson, Carlos, 2 of the top 10 players I would think in this area anywhere around, right?
Yeah, Coach Short, you're
in Northeast Alabama. What do you think
he wants to come up? You just let me know Sunday at lunch. And you got a couch right here, or you can stay at home, and I'll send you a link, and I'll put you on this little sideways job right here, and you can be on the other camera. And you can sit in your kitchen, and we'll talk right here. That's fine, but you're welcome to be here too. I really enjoy talking to him.
Oh yeah.
That night we talked to him and John after the center Aniana game. I learned more about high school football in those 30 minutes. Like they just full of like stuff like that. I don't know. They just been around.
So
So high school football, guys, it's coming, and I'm gonna be out tomorrow, making some rounds. I might go by and see the Napster.
Oh yeah, aren't they out?
Some of them's having graduation, so it should be close.
I don't know. They're getting pretty close.
And tomorrow, I think some of them's graduating Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go by and see Nap. Coach Heath, I've been over there one day, hollered at them. They were just doing stadium because they can't really practice or whatever the rules are.
I don't know. Most of the coaches I've talked to are getting things cranked up.
Yep.
The 6th, the 5th.
Yeah.
5th or 6th.
Now, Cedar Bluff will have a head football coach tomorrow. Board meeting will go into effect, and we'll find out. We don't know who. We've heard a lot of great names, seen some faces on campus, and we'll leave all that up to the people that make the decisions, and we just hope the Lord blesses it, and if it's in His hands, He definitely will, and we hope the best for Cedar Bluff.
Yeah, definitely.
They need to be. I mean, you got kids in pads hitting each other right now, and they're not getting to. Mm-hmm. So the sooner the better. So we hope all that works out.
But yeah, back to.
Come on, Coach Short. You're welcome. You just let me know.
Back to Geraldine.
It'll be good.
Yeah, I think they're going to make a serious run at 3A North. I'm not saying they're going to win the state championship, but when you got a player like Mann, who we think, if they did a dirty dozen for the Gadsden Times area, he would be in it.
Sure, absolutely.
And so would Anderson. From
yes,
Fyffe,
absolutely.
Cornejo.
Yeah.
And probably Tay Diamond. I can't name the whole 12, but Mann's going to be in it. So I think Geraldine's going to be a team to watch this year.
Yeah, from them to our county, you got Connor Bates. He's going to be back at Spring Garden.
Good. So is Chapel Pope.
Man, those two little guys. I'm telling you, don't look at their stature and think, you just got to go.
Yeah.
Wait till you strap up the helmets, because when they go put their helmets on, those boys at the Garden play hard in everything they do.
They do.
They play a little chip on their shoulder. Hey.
Well, Bates is just a good football player. Him and Pope are just good football players.
Yeah, so
some people are. They're just good football players.
He's just darn shifty. You can't get your dang hands on him. Just
like some people aren't good at sports. Some people are. They don't know why. They're just good at it. And they work hard, too.
Yeah, they just have a knack for running sideways, leaning over with their feet flat on the ground. I don't know how they do it. I can't do it.
Oh, Bates is a killer now. Connor Bates is a killer.
He just gets back there in them videos, and Jacob's great because he don't stop moving his feet. Mm-hmm. Cornejo, his feet never stop pumping.
Well, what happens with Cornejo is I think the defense just gets tired of him coming at them.
And they got a great steak sandwich. Boy, I get two every time I go over there. Yeah. Me and Bo Teague, when we go up in line over at Spring Garden.
Yeah, they're good.
I take two. And they had to go up on prices. Trey told me, their meat's a little higher because everything's higher, so their steak sandwiches are going to be a little more.
But, if you go out, eat at Texas Roadhouse, if you get two, that's going to be 16.
That's what you'd pay there.
That's what you're going to pay there. So, and you're getting to see a ball game. There's not a ball game at Texas Roadhouse.
No. What's up, Aaron? Glad to see you on here. We just been breaking down the Valley Head stuff. Having a good time. Look for good things out of here. I think they're all good.
Sometime before the season starts, me and Matt will do a top teams to watch in the area. And obviously, everybody's not going to be in it. But somebody, there's some good teams going to be around here this year.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about our high school football in the area. We're going to have plenty of stuff to talk about and go through, and it's going to be fun. We'll have a good season. And again, media days, July 15th.
July 15th.
12 o'clock when it's going to start. 12 o'clock. Football. Dean?
All right, I'm listening.
Beaver Stadium. Been a lot of portal movement and things going on around the area, guys. Nailing down a roster is very tough to do these days. Mm-hmm. It is. But Penn State being third favored in this Big Ten to win it, of course, Michigan and Ohio State. Running back depth, circle that right there, check. That's a problem. It's a problem. It's going to be a problem.
Is it just,
if one goes out.
Is it just Singleton?
Well, him and another guy. It's gonna be Johnson.
And that's the back.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So
You got to have some bench there. See, I'm not moving on to Alabama, but I think that's a plus.
yeah.
For them, they got several running backs.
So what's the nifty line they have left? Let's go through what they got left.
All right.
Tight end Theo Johnson, cornerback Johnny Dixon, wide receiver Smith, offensive lineman Salem Wormley, another defensive back Deron Ellis, and Creighton Allen. Now I just mentioned the running backs. Nick Singleton and Johnson 6'6", 260,
Gosh.
20 catches for 328 yards. He's going to be definitely
It's hard to bring down.
I don't know if he's a receiver. They put him back there trying to have somebody else.
Wow.
But Dixon and Kalen King are fifth-year seniors for D-backs jail. Penn State Stadium opened in 1961.
Wow, not as old as I thought.
Oh, I thought it'd been 51.
That's 60.
But they're getting a new stadium.
62 years old. That's not bad.
Probably 2 years.
Because he said Ohio State was 100.
Receiver-wise, the Lambert Smith kid I just mentioned.
He's good.
He had 5 catches for 80 total yards in Rose Bowl game. Against Michigan State. 124 yards catching against Utah in the Rose Bowl. And the Cephas kid coming from Kent State. And then McLean guy from Florida State. These are going to be good additions for Penn State.
Cephas. I've heard of Cephas.
So that McLean guy's supposed to be pretty good. That's come from Florida State.
But I knew Lambert Smith. I knew he had some big games. Your Clifford's gone, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Drew Aller, Allar. Drew Aller, quarterback, number 15 on his jersey, number 1 in your hearts for the Penn State Nittany Lions. However you say that. He's from Ohio, 6'5", 230 pounds. He's not really a true dual threat guy, but he can scramble around. He can get you out of trouble. 515 passes for 7 interceptions. Not a bad ratio there.
He's throwing an interception every 75 passes.
Now, we don't know if they're catching all of them.
We said, if he's only complete. We're not saying he's complete.
13% completion percentage.
But 7 interceptions.
He's supposed to be good.
500 passes.
Jeff says he's garbage, and they're going to beat them 50-0.
Did he say that really?
No.
Oh.
The D-back, Ellis, alongside Brown, they played the whole season last year. Mm-hmm. So that's a check for them. They do have good ball skills. They have 7 pass breakups, and they were 4th on the team. And this is their 3rd year as of being 3rd-year starters.
That's good, having a 2-3-year guys in the secondary.
KJ Winston will be competing with these defensive backs. With them, Brown was a defensive MVP for the Rose Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
January 10th, he went to the NFL draft, but the linebacker Jacob, he is to return. He is a real big-time playmaker. So, sophomore, Dual Carter at linebacker is going to be a difference maker for him. Defensive end Adis Isaac returns. Had 5 tackles versus Utah in the Rose Bowl. Should be a top draft guy. He's looking to build some draft stock. Offensive lineman Vasciana will be a back. He's going to be the biggest leader on the offensive line. 6'6", 308 pounds. So for the Lions, freshman to look out for, defensive back King Mack. I broke him down.
King Mack.
I remember doing him back in the summer out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
My memory serves me correctly. He plays at a small Presbyterian-like school, Jersey area, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Up there somewhere.
Right.
He's got all kinds of school records. He's not a real big guy, but he's really fast. And film shows he gets out the quarterback very well.
Really?
King Mack.
Yes,
he played at. I'm sorry. He played at St. Thomas Aquinas.
Oh, well, yeah, never mind.
Okay,
that's all you need to know.
Okay, and moving on. The tight end, Andrew Rapella, and Barnwell, and Schaffler. These are all tight ends. They're going to try to add to the lineup to be that old Alabama-looking team where you come in with 2 tight ends set, and they're going to try to run the ball.
Good setup.
Because Coach
tight
Franklin,
ends. Yeah,
that's what he wants to do. And DeMarco Nelson. He is from Selma High School right here in Alabama.
Wow.
Track star.
Ooh.
He run the 400 and some kind of
Track star.
State record at Alabama AHSAA. I don't know, something. You could look him up. His name. I'll say it again.
What was it again? I know it was. Is it an easy one?
Dakri, Dakara Nelson.
Okay.
Dakara.
Right. Dakara Nelson.
Yes.
He from Selma.
Mm-hmm. Linebacker Keys and Rojos. They're
Sorry, guys.
4-star athletes. They're top 10 players. So that's 4 names I've added on linebackers that they've got.
Good. Going to be pretty stacked on defense.
Got some guys back that's played 3 straight years. Got a 5th-year seniors at defensive back. Running back wise, Landon Montgomery, freshman to look out for. He's from Scranton Prep, not from Scranton Paper.
Scranton. Oh, that's the one on
The Office.
Yeah, I love that show.
It is funny.
It is good.
He had 2,400 yards, 36 touchdowns.
36.
His junior year.
How many yards?
2,400. What did Worm have his senior year?
25.
Okay.
26.
So, it's in that caliber. Worm was great.
Yeah.
Talking about Jeremy Bryant. It was at Cedar Bluff. If some of y'all may know Coach Short, he probably does.
They were just talking about him today. I think he had 26. 12 yards to carry.
But he got looked over. Landon Montgomery at Scranton Prep. He got his knee hurt his senior year.
Not taking nothing away from Jeremy, but that's a lot bigger school than Cedar Bluff.
Scranton Prep, I guess.
Oh, that's
probably.
big. Well, see, Pennsylvania consolidated everything. Most states have.
Okay.
Except for
Alabama, Mississippi.
Alabama, Mississippi is all I know of.
So he's going to be a guy to maybe look out for at Penn State. Some young guys. So that's kind of what it is. Penn State. So with that being said, I mentioned again Landon Montgomery and Cam Wallace. Those are names to write down for your Nittany Lions. Jeff, write those names down after they run all over y'all and when they beat y'all. I'm just kidding.
He's like, what? Hey, you could have a freshman sensation, could you not?
Just remember those names. September 2nd, they're at home. Penn State opens with West Virginia. They will then play Delaware. They're at home in a whiteout on CBS. Probably be a noon game. September 23rd, guys. Pay attention here. September 23rd at home. It's been 2 years since they played the Hawkeyes. It's always a good game. Iowa ran the ball very successfully on them. The next week they will be at Northeastern. Then they will be home playing UMass. October 22nd, mark your calendar. Jeff, that's the day that we need you to cut your TV off and do some meditation. No TV that day.
Ohio State and Penn State. No, you can't watch that.
You can't watch that. You're out of luck, Jeff. Be at Ohio State. Be a big game.
That's not going to happen, is it?
No. He needs to do a live video. Do a live video, Jeff, and tag us in it when the game's on. And we'll see how you get down up there.
We'll give you $500 if you just come down here and hang out and not watch the game. He won't do it.
After that game, they will come home and play Indiana. Then they will be at Maryland playing Tua's little brother. Then November 11th, the Penn State Lions will be at home. November 11th, probably cold, maybe weather, playing Michigan. Then they play at home again the next week. They got Rutgers. Then to finish the season, wobble, wobble, gobble to you, wobble. November 25th at Michigan State. And the Iowa quarterback, of course, is McNamara. He's in Iowa now.
So what are you thinking? I'm thinking 9-3, 8-4. What do you think? Are you thinking possibly 10-2?
Yeah. With those kind of guys, they win 9 at worst.
At worst.
I say they win 9.
Are they going to be on Franklin's butt if they don't win 9? Because they like to give him a hard time. I think he's a good coach.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. He's done a good job there. From the schedule, and Jeff can back me up on this. They've been a thorn in Ohio State's side at times.
Yeah.
When Zeke and him won it in 2014, the next year, Ohio State was a good favorite to win it again, and Penn State upset them. I know you remember that, Jeff. I'm just saying, do you remember that specific game? I think they shut Zeke down, and I think Zeke actually called out the coaching staff for not running them enough. Do you remember all that taking place?
Between the rough games, they could go 10-2. Yeah, I say it best. Mason says, in the 3 years of freshman to junior high school in Ohio, and I promise you, OSU fans are as obnoxious and as rabid as Bama fans are, there you go. Well, they're passionate about their fan base.
Well, what did Jeff say about their record? 9-3, 10-2.
Yeah, he thinks they could win 10 games at best.
Jeff, you think they can?
They could.
Are you worried about them, Jeff? Because, like I said, you know what happened in 15 or 16, whenever it was.
It's at Ohio State, so
Well, more than likely not.
Now here's something that we can put out there, and I'll let you move into Wisconsin. They got a new coach. If Ohio State was to lose that game, or let's just say they do, but Michigan, because that's the East. Penn State, Ohio State, they're all in the East, right? Because the West is West is Wisconsin and all them, Iowa
Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Purdue. Maybe we said Minnesota.
It's kind of like the West.
Illinois.
It's kind of like the West and Bama.
Yeah,
you got LSU and Bama. And
I think they call it North and South, or they used to. I don't know.
They said East and West.
East and West. Now maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of another conference. But
so what I'm saying is, Coach Day, if they don't produce, man, what's up? I mean, y'all think does Ohio State they gonna be looking to move on?
No.
Because there's Yammer on. Late Kick is on. Right, he's fixing to come on. Late Kick Live with Josh Pate. Love his show.
But he does, with Henderson, Williams.
He just put the question out there. Is he in trouble? Is there a hot seat?
Well, he's got two good running backs, Henderson and Williams. He's got two good receivers, Harrison and Egbuka. He might need to at least play for it.
They had Georgia.
I'm not saying win it. Play for it.
So he better get in the title game this year.
Yeah, because after last year,
this is it.
They had Georgia beat.
Yeah, now this is it.
I mean, they had a good chance to beat Georgia. I'm not going to say they had them beat. Nobody has anybody beat.
But this is the last year of the 14.
Right, that's true.
They better get in there.
Ever moving on from here unless they.
He better get in there this year.
I think they'll go 12-2, 13-2. No, or 14-1. 13-2 at worst.
He said we can't lose. They can't lose that game to Penn State. I wouldn't think they. I imagine Ohio State would be a 6-point favorite.
I wouldn't think they would lose that game to Penn State. I just know Penn State has a propensity to pull an upset on them every now and then.
Purdue is always pulling some. They better hope they're not ranked number one. Purdue comes to town, but if you're ranked number one,
can you say they beat more ranked teams than anybody?
Not ranked number one teams. If they're ranked in the top 5, or if Purdue is ranked and you're number one, you're probably not going to win.
You're done.
You're probably not going to win. Odds are against you. It's amazing.
Wow. And then you're talking about on seasons where they go 7-5, 6-6.
Yeah.
They still upset number one.
They'll do it every time.
Huh. You told me that before, and I took that into account when making this.
Tell us about the Wisconsin and their new coach.
Wisconsin Badgers, Luke Fickell.
Fickell.
That's
Fickell
a good
and Einhorn.
hire.
Fickell and Einhorn.
That's a good hire, isn't it?
I think so.
Luke Fickell, yeah.
He's an offensive guy.
Good line.
He reminds me of Urban Meyer. Is that weird?
Well, yeah. No, not at all.
It kind of reminds me of him. If you look real fast at the screen, if you do this, the TV, you go.
Kind of looks like Sandler a little bit.
You got a little Urban Meyer, a little Sandler too.
Yeah, he does. All right, so Wisconsin, y'all not going to want to hear this. It's ridiculous. 17 starters back. 9 on offense, 8 on defense.
I ain't going to let Jeff get his pencil. Jeff, get your pencil there. He thinks Day's on a short chain.
No. Okay. I don't know. He may be, but I don't see.
He's got his pencil now. Go back, start over there. How many?
17 starters back on offense. Back. 9 on offense, 8 on defense. Guys, that's good.
That's very good.
All their line back. They've got 2 transfers coming in that are linemen that have started about 30 games between them. Okay. 14 transfers, led the Big Ten in transfers, including SMU quarterback Tanner Mordecai.
Mordecai, yes.
Who happened to only throw for 3,600 yards last year.
It's okay, I guess. It's fair.
They've got Brandon Allen, 1,250 yards. So not only do they have a new coach who is considered fantastic, man, they've got their whole defense back pretty much. Leading tackler, leading interceptor. leading rusher, leading receiver, and now they got this Mordecai guy in. They did not. Their quarterback, their backup, Chase Wolf, left. But Mordecai came in. He's got 7,700 yards in his career. 14 transfers. How many of them help them out? Look at the depth they're going to have. And then when you hear the schedule, you're going to really know how good they're going
All
to
right,
be.
Jeff. Right, start putting L's and W's. Let's see how many Wisconsin
All right,
wins.
Brandon Allen, 1,250 yards. Outside of Corum and Ohio State's running back, they say he's the next best.
And Corum ripped Penn State last year. Bad. He had like 300 yards on that day. They had 400 yards of rushing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, schedule. This is Wisconsin's schedule with all these players back. Everybody we do is just fantastic on returning players.
Except for South Carolina. They wasn't real.
And Arkansas. Arkansas didn't have nobody coming back. They start out with Buffalo. That's the Bills. No, I'm kidding. Buffalo University.
Josh Allen?
Josh. All right, I'm going to give them a win on that.
W. All right.
All right, then they go to Washington State, which I do think will be a test.
No, at Washington State.
At Washington State, but I'm going to think we're going to find out how good the Badgers are right there, and I'm going to give them a W.
Oh, man, I'm on. Okay. That'd be a good game.
That will be a good game, and that's early.
That'd be a good. Yeah, you don't want to lose that one. I mean, it's an out of conference game, but you want.
But it's out there.
But if you want to stay in the talk of us media people, you better not go out there and lose that game to Pac-12 because Penix and them, they got pretty good. We'll do them too sometime.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. Then they play Georgia Southern at home.
W.
I think that'll be a W. Now here, this is Matt. You talked me into this. I'm giving them an L for this.
Uh-oh.
They go to Purdue.
Well, they ain't gonna be ranked number one. I'm gonna give Wisconsin.
Okay, well I'll give them.
If they were number one in the nation at the time, and Purdue's ranked in the top.
Okay, all right. So I don't know much about. I'm gonna say they beat Purdue. I was just.
But I think Purdue
doing a little devil's advocate.
They're really on the bottom this year.
Okay, Rutgers. I'm gonna give them a win.
Yeah.
Iowa, who is supposed to be fantastic.
Where's it at?
It's at home though. Guys, I got
Whiskey at Iowa.
no, it's at Whiskey.
Oh, Whiskey at home versus Iowa.
But if they win that, they're going to be 6-0.
Can they beat McNamara? They can beat McNamara. And,
I'm going to pick them to lose to Iowa.
And McNamara and Penix. You got them and you notched on your football laces there.
Yeah,
Two good quarterbacks, right?
right. Two good quarterbacks.
Within 3 weeks of each other. Oof. All right, that's an L for who? Iowa.
I put an L for Wisconsin. That's one now. They're 6-1.
Yeah.
I got them going to Illinois. That will not be an easy place to get out of with the defense.
And that's going to be week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I won't put them with a win.
So that'll be, let's see, August, September. That'd be
middle of
first of-
October.
That may be some weather.
Yeah.
It's not friendly up there.
Then they play Ohio State at home.
Yeah, I think that's a loss.
Okay, that's going to make them 6-2. Then they go to Indiana.
Win.
Play
Beat them.
at home against Northwestern.
They're terrible. They're very bad.
Nebraska at home. Well, I've got them beating Nebraska.
Yeah, they ain't.
And then I got them traveling to Minnesota. I don't know.
Who knows what Coach Fleck is rowing the boat? They may be rowing the boat.
So I got them with 3 losses, man. I got them losing to Iowa, Ohio State, and Minnesota. That last one, I got them going 9-3. But
I got
that
10.
also, you got them 10-2.
They'll lose to Iowa and Ohio State. But your catch game is Minnesota.
My catch game's Minnesota.
My catch game is Washington State.
Do you think it could be? I think they could beat Minnesota.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that
Go.
Washington State?
It's Washington. Yeah, but Washington State's good.
Oh, no, that's a win. I thought it was Washington with Penix and them.
Oh, no, Washington
It's not the
State.
Huskies.
No,
it's
no,
the Cougars.
it's the Cougars. Yeah.
No, where Coach Leach was.
9-3. I got them losing to Iowa at home, losing to Ohio State at home, and dropping one to Minnesota. I'm just being a realist. But guys, look what they've got back. And they've got a great coach.
These two hinge games, I'll call them hinge games. Iowa and Ohio State. Where are they at? They're at.
Well, Iowa's at home. Both of them are at home.
Oh, okay.
Guys, could Wisconsin go 12-0?
No, that ain't no way. If they do,
I do got them going, even with a 9-3 or 10-2 record. I got them playing whoever wins the Ohio State-Michigan game in the Big Ten championship. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
I got them winning. I've got Wisconsin winning
The West.
The West. Yes. 100. Even if they lose to Iowa and Minnesota, it's not going to matter. I think they're still going to have more wins than them in the long run.
They'll play, presumably, Ohio State rematch from week 8 or 9, whenever
That's
they play
what I
them.
think is going to happen. I'm going on and predicting that now. Let's go on record. Wisconsin wins the
West.
Big Ten West, and we'll play Ohio State or Michigan. Whoever wins that, well, we got to say Ohio State because we done crowned them. Ohio State in the
Big Ten
championship.
Big Ten
Yes.
championship.
Yes.
Which will be the end of November.
Yeah.
First
week of December.
Yeah.
December.
First
No.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yes, because the Heisman Trophy's the next week.
Yeah.
We've got all this down. We've watched enough of it that we know that's how it goes every year. Rivalry week, championship, Heisman.
So
then
we
you
got
a break.
We got a 9 win at best, a nine win at worst.
Worst?
Penn State.
I got 9.
But they're playing the West, man. They play in the East, dude. That's where the hard ones are.
Yeah,
at.
so they're not going to go to the championship game, but they're going to have as good a record as Wisconsin.
But if they go 10-2, Wisconsin's got an easier path. They're kind of like Georgia.
They got an easier path.
But I don't know. Their schedule's not easier in Georgia. Dude, they got to play Iowa and Ohio State.
Iowa and Ohio State, and travel to Minnesota, Washington State.
Georgia's got who? Auburn
and Illinois.
Auburn and Tennessee.
They got Auburn and Tennessee and Florida.
I don't see Florida being them. But
and South Carolina, who you said didn't look very good.
That's terrible. They're moving receivers to running back, trying to get.
Yeah, so you don't think they're going to be nowhere near as good as they were.
No, I ain't going to open a Pandora box and say, well,
they're going to just stink.
What if you put Florida in this? What if they played Florida here instead of Minnesota? What if Florida could they beat a lot of these teams?
I would think so. Let's see this schedule with Florida.
I think just playing some devil before we get off here.
I think it'd be about the same. 9-3, 8-4, 10-2, maybe.
New quarterback.
And I don't think Florida's going to beat Ohio State or Iowa, to be honest with you. From what I'm hearing about Iowa, we need to do them pretty soon because I just keep hearing how great and how good. I think Florida could feasibly go 9-3 with this schedule. But I also think Wisconsin's better than Florida. Does that make sense?
Yeah. God, yeah, I would agree with that.
I think
Wisconsin could go 8-4, 7-5, depends on the Iowa game. McNamara game Wisconsin, they might win. I don't know.
With all due respect, Jeff, and I mean that. I don't think there's any way that Wisconsin can go 7-5 with the experience they've got on the field.
Who was going to beat them? Well, it ain't Washington State.
Can Washington State upset them?
No. Ain't no way. They're the bottom rung of the Pac-12.
Well, let's just say they did. That would be 4 losses. And let's just say Illinois gets them.
I just don't see that happening. So you think Illinois and Washington State's going to beat them, Jeff? That's what you say.
That would have to be who got them, more than likely. Or Nebraska gets them at home, which we do not.
Brand new coach, Matt Rule. I don't know about their quarterback play. They're still trying to build depth at Nebraska.
17 starters and a good quarterback and a great running back.
9 offensive players back. They're only missing 2 guys.
And they got two linemen transferred. That was 2 linemen they lost, and 2 transferred in to take their place.
They're good. They
got 11 starters back on offense.
Just played football last year. These ain't high school guys. These guys played football.
So they essentially have
8 guys back on defense.
Everybody back. Nearly, literally.
I don't know.
I mean, I think they lost a receiver. If you don't count the linemen they lost, if you substitute the 2 linemen with experience that transferred to take 2 linemen they lost plays, you've lost the receivers, only one of their receivers.
Jeff says, hey guys, I think about coming up your way with a PSU wearing the T-shirt and a Star Wars Ohio State T-shirt.
Jeff, where you live?
Weather and altitude are figured into my But Washington State, they're just bad though. I don't care if it's on top of the.
Are you kidding?
Dirt Cellar Mountain. I can't see who.
I just got a call from somebody.
I can't see it. Oh, we know who our fans are. That's okay, buddy. Wisconsin probably win 10, and Penn State probably win 9.
Just a second.
So
I agree. I agree 100%. 10 and 9.
Last topic, ACC, feeling kind of left out. Just some stuff, just quickly. Their AD is just kind of trying to buttermilk things and make everybody look like they're all together, and the whole conference is just doing well, and everybody's chummy, and everything is sugar candy and gummies and rainbows, and we're all playing Candyland. That's not the case, and he kind of murmured into something about, well, we're third on the money. No, they're not. They're like next to last in the money. They only receive like
they're behind. It's
everybody.
It's SEC, Big Ten, Pac, and then
Big
ACC.
12, and then ACC and Pac-12.
Oh, Big 12's ahead of the ACC and the Pac-12.
Yeah,
Pac-12's last.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they don't even play football. So
because
that year
people don't even care.
Well, they shut football down, and now the ACC is just right above them with like $10 more million. But their TV deal runs out 2036. 7 ACC schools have yammered 7 about leaving the conference and spreading to the SEC or the Big 12.
They need to stop. Okay, can I say this? Somebody
they're looking for new
needs
revenue.
To stop all that.
They're looking for new revenue. They're looking for money. They're saying, can you pay us more money? No, we can't pay you. Well, we're going to go somewhere else. Hey, ACC, we'd like to come over there and party with y'all. You got some money? Yeah, come on in here, Florida State, Miami. You can party with us. We'll pay you a bunch of money. Because without money, they can't have schools, right?
They just need to go into the super conferences.
That's what's coming in 10 years.
And then 12 teams out of those super conferences go to the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
You'll have a north and a south pretty much. Because the Pac-12 is going to eventually kind of go away, I guess. I don't know. Oregon somehow.
I mean, there's some good teams in the Pac-12 this year.
I don't know where Oregon will wind up, or Washington, or Washington State. Where will they, or what about Nevada and those other schools like that?
I don't know.
They may make their own conference.
State.
They may make their own conference and play in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I see, mark this down, what I see happening, these big schools are going to break off from the NCAA and have their own thing, and Nick Saban will retire in the next 5 years.
That don't happen.
And Saban will be the commissioner of this new conference. It won't be an NCAA college football championship. We're going to have a legitimate head figure guy from the top, and then you'll have guys that work under him and works under him, as a positions from Saban from the top, because he would be a good guy. He definitely knows the game. He has genuine care about the game itself and the integrity of the game. So at least if he would be head of a super conference, I don't know. I'm just talking out my yang-yo here, but
yeah.
But in 10 years, something different, because 2036 ACC's TV deal runs out, and Florida State's like, hey, we're pretty good.
Right.
Would you give me a check for? And they're like, well, gosh, here's like $7 million. We're ranked in the top 5 in the nation. You know what LSU's got ranked at 5? Oh, they got $16 million. You give us 7?
Mm-hmm.
Pay us, or we're moving on.
Yeah.
We need money to keep up with LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Auburn. We need money to have facilities, because if you don't have facilities, kids are going to do what? They're not coming. And if you don't got players, you don't got a team. And if you don't got coaches there that can coach and win, then you're not going to have players that want to come and play.
We got to be reasonable here sometime. Oregon State can't play in the SEC.
No, they'll need to make their own conference.
Yeah.
This super conference will be.
I just wish they'd move on to that.
Bama's, Georgia's, and Florida State's, and you'll have a 12-team playoff, and then you'll have the top 4 will be idle first week, and then.
Oh God, they're good.
You got to watch them. Bye is not bad.
Bye.
5 plays 12.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. 5. They have the bye.
Yes.
5 plays 12, 6, 11, 7, 10, 9, 8. Then it goes on to the 1 through 4, right? You got to win 3 games, right?
Yeah.
Everybody will have to win 3.
Yeah, we went through the schedule last week.
Yeah.
That kind of broke down.
Yeah.
Through the bowl games.
You got to win 4 if you're in the 12.
Jeff says, why do you think that UCLA and USC left the Pac-12? $20 million more a piece.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, it's just money.
Maybe they're going to need it for all that flying.
Rumor has it that Clemson and the U and Florida State and Virginia won't be out of the ACC, where they go. Nobody knows. Speculation is a couple ACCs or maybe the Big Ten. It comes down to, of course, TV contracts. They want to. If you're not on TV to see us play, how can you make money? That's why the Pac-12 is falling apart. Why? They're not on TV. And when they are, remember those games we watch? It's like you're up late. You fall asleep each year.
You're dead. It's 2:00 in the morning.
And you wake up one eye and you go, UCLA is playing
Fresno.
What? And it's 11 o'clock.
Well, and it's not all that you don't care about the game. It's because of the time. It's 12:30. Hey, I watched Utah play at 12:30 last year. 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, Matt, before we move on, you want me to go over this right quick?
NBA, break them in there. LeBron James.
All right, Nuggets up on the Lakers, which the Lakers, the Lakers are playing good. The Nuggets are for real. Would you agree with that, Matt?
Well, Jokic is kind of he's averaging a triple-double right now.
You got Murray and Jokic. They're both 30 points a game. You got Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Caldwell Pope. That's their starting five. They're up 3-0 on James and Davis. They're both playing good. And there's a guy named Austin Reeves and Hachimura are playing very good.
Yeah, he had like 12 off the bench the other night.
Yeah, for the Lakers right now. They play again tomorrow. God, and it's in L.A. I look for maybe L.A. to win one. Then it goes back to Denver, and I think they'll close out. All right, and then the other one, which is just an absolute shock. It's an absolute shock. Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. What do you think about that, Matt? Is there a better player in the world right now than Jimmy Butler?
Not right now.
All right, guys, let me
He had like 36 the other night.
Go over this starting lineup for them.
The darn Celtics, man. We're just not going to win one. I told a guy, who was it? Dexter does down south football sports. He keeps up high school stuff. I talked to him, Dexter. He's friends with Bo and them. Man, he's a Heat fan. I said, well, good luck. I mean, congratulations. He's like, well, it ain't over. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
They can't even, dude, we was watching the other night. He can't even bring the ball up the floor. Jimmy Butler is in Brown's face. I mean, with his hand in his face and the other hand on the floor at half court.
Yeah, I know.
Defense, they are locked up. Brown and them look scared. They look like sixth graders playing against the seniors. This game series is fixing to be over with quick, and I hate it, but that's just the way it is.
So we got Jimmy Butler. He's the star, obviously. Bam Adebayo. We've heard of him. Here's the others, Matt. Gabe Vincent. Marcus Strus.
Never heard of him.
Caleb Martin.
Don't know him.
Kyle Lowry. We've heard of Kyle
Yeah,
Lowry.
I've watched him in college.
And Duncan Robinson.
Must be Oscar Robinson's great-grandson.
No, he's white. And the bad thing about this guy is that he's second leading scorer.
Not even playing.
He's not even playing.
So look for the Heat to play the Nuggets is what we're assuming.
And somebody's like, why does people not want that? There's nobody better than them two right now.
Right now.
They are the best teams in the world right now.
How would that game turn out? Jokic and
I'm
Adebayo?
thinking the Nuggets win. I don't know.
Jokic and Adebayo?
I don't know how anybody could count Butler out. But I would think Denver with home court advantage would
Who would
win.
Butler lock up with? The Murray kid?
Murray. Well, Murray's a point guard.
Robinson?
I bet they'd put him on Murray.
Butler
They'd have
versus
to,
Murray.
wouldn't
That'd be a good matchup.
Yes, they would put him on Murray. I mean, you'd have to. And Jokic would cover, what's his name? I mean, Adebayo and Jokic would square off.
Yeah.
Hey, it's two good matchups.
I agree.
Those are the four best players in the world right now. I know y'all don't want to hear that. Yes. Is LeBron playing good? Yes.
Sure, yeah.
He's playing good.
He's bumping and he's whining and crying. He wants some calls. Jokic got close to him. He fell way across the other side of the court.
He's 23, 24 points a game. He's 38 years old in the semifinals. So, yes, he's doing good. Davis doing well.
They limped their way through the regular season just so they could try to pour it on in the playoffs.
And they've done well. They've had a good playoff run. And, the bad thing about it is they're not really playing that bad. They just can't stop Denver.
They run out of gas because I watched it the other night, and they were ahead the whole game, the whole third quarter. And when the fourth period started, Murray and Jokic and them just started hitting a few threes, and the other one, I always forget his name.
Porter or Aaron Gordon?
Gordon. He gets hot, and it's like, well, that's the end of that. And the Lakers just were like, what is going on right now? We were winning. We were ahead. They were ahead the whole game.
They were the entire game.
I think they tied it one time.
I'm like, Mike, because I text Matt and said they're playing out of their mind.
And then Gordon and them were like, okay, that's the end of that.
Gordon, I like Gordon. I really do. I think he's not flashy, and he's kind of a banger, isn't he?
He is.
And I think he's good. And let me tell you something. Miami and Denver. Well, no matter what happens, don't get rid of anybody. Please. Don't get rid of anybody on your team.
Who?
Miami and Denver.
No, Lord.
These teams unload when they don't win it.
What's up, Jeff?
Okay, I got one more question before we get off here.
Yeah, let's get off here. What's up?
If Tatum, Brown, and Smart, who we agree are both very good players,
They're fixing to split up.
They're fixing to split up. Mm-hmm. You don't think they give it one more?
They want to go win. They're going to fall.
They need somebody with them, though, besides just them three. I mean, somebody very, very 17, 18 points a game.
Why don't they just go to Phoenix, play with KD?
And won't they bring him in there? They probably can't afford it, can they?
He would look good in a Celtics uniform. He could retire there. I could see KD coming and playing in 2 years and winning a ring and retiring. Like retiring as a Celtic. That's where all the greats played, man. Them are Lakers won.
I don't know. I just don't fire your coach either. It's his first year. Don't fire him.
They've done a good job. They just ain't played well. They just can't get it done in those moments, and the Heat have. So just hats off to the Heat for playing.
Yeah, and they'll crank up here in,
right now.
5 minutes. I've lost interest, though, a little bit.
I got to see them tonight. I got to see what happens.
I mean, couldn't wait, and now I'm just kind of frustrated.
I'm confused why my Celtics just cannot stink and get it done.
2-0. 2-0 Miami with 2 games on the road. Impressive.
Dang good show. Guys, y'all come back and hang out with us next Sunday night at 6 o'clock. We'll probably do Louisville, North Carolina. Those are the kind of runner-up to the runner-ups in ACC.
Yeah.
Besides Clemson, Florida State, those two teams may be they may be the thorn in the side of Florida State or Clemson. One of those teams.
Duke and BC.
Yeah. One of those teams may be a nail, kind of mess it up for them.
I think Louisville's going to be pretty good. That'd be a good one to do.
Yeah. North Carolina, they may mess around. They played Clemson last year.
Huh?
They played Clemson last year.
Yeah, played them good. Yeah.
Y'all come back and see us next week. God darn it. We appreciate it, guys. Hit the darn subscribe button. It's very easy, and it's very free. And right there, Instagram, Twitter, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcast, all the darn places where you can get us at. Go over there and find us. Tell a friend. Come back and hang out next week. All right. Y'all have a great week. Peace.
See ya.
Peace.